It is spring at the Jersey Shore. So, contrary to some rumors, but it is spring at the Jersey Shore, and that means Lakewood BlueClaws baseball. Kevin Williams from the Shore Sports Network here at FirstEnergy Park. The BlueClaws on the road now, but we're delighted to sit and chat for a couple of minutes with the president and general manager of the BlueClaws, Joe Ricciutti, and we're sitting in the brand new beer garden, just one of the many new features. And Joe, first of all, how was it to get that first home stand, those first few games sort of out of the system, work some of the bugs out, and be ready for a long season?
It was great. I mean, obviously you go into your first homestand, you plan as much as you possibly can, but going into it, there's going to be stuff that's not going to work quite according to plan. Lines might not move quite as well as you want them to. So at the end of each of the games at the homestand, my staff and I, we all got together in the conference room after the game, went through notes. So, we spent about an hour and a half after gates going through notes, made sure that any issues that popped up on game one didn't show up on game two. So game two, if there were any other issues, we again back into the conference room afterwards, and at the end of every homestand we go in there, compare notes, refine whatever didn't work so that we go to the next game as tight as possible.
All right, obviously a lot of new things, but let's start with new ownership took over last year, and you came in, and you got to come in before the season ended, which had to be a little bit of an advantage for you to get a jump start, do your analysis, and then of course the off season. I don't think people really realize how much planning the off season is for the new season.
Yeah, this is I think for us, we all got on board varying parts of the summer. My first day on site was the 14th of August. So you catch two home stands, and largely that's just let me get a sense of from the fan experience. But it's all very, very superficial. You don't really have a chance to really get in depth until once the season's done, and then you understand the operation, and then you begin to work with the team on new ideas. That's when the beer garden, the mini golf, the boardwalk games, all of that stuff was born, and then you go through the actual planning process where you're engaging architects and permitting, and you're doing all the things in which to execute it. But yeah, the first two homestands really for all of us was a great experience in understanding just how it all operates, but also getting a great appreciation for the way that this organization has run for so many years. It really is an exemplary organization. I think not only in the world of minor league sports, but in just good customer service, is probably one of the best organizations. And I'm not just saying it because I get to be the guy who gets to run it. It really is an extraordinarily good organization. I think that's what all of us in the ownership and the leadership group, when we came in, were really impressed by. It was really extraordinary. And in fact, I'll tell you, I came in before anybody knew who I was. I came to one game, just wanted to come in as a fan experience and just see it before anybody knew who I was. And I can tell you, every engagement that I had between the parking lot guys to the box office staff to the ushers, the ticket takers, the concession folks, and the front office people that I spoke with, just as a fan, just, hey, tell me a little bit about what you guys do. Nobody knew who I was. And I remember texting one of the owners from the concourse going, dude, this is really great. You have no idea how great this is. These guys really do get it. So, for us, we hit the ground running. We came in super enthusiastic. And then after that first homestand, we realized truly what a great team and what a great organization this is.
It's probably not a coincidence that if you want to call your big three in terms of the new things here, really all address a different demographic. The mini golf is perfect for little kids with mom and dad looking to play 9 holes and maybe killing a few minutes. The boardwalk games might be for the older kid and even the young teenager. And, of course, the beer garden is 21 and above.
Yeah, that's very much it. We wanted to make sure that, there was a full range of stuff for folks to do. It's funny when you look at the old kids zone, you top out around 10 or so kids at 11, 12. They're not jumping into moon bounce anymore. They've kind of outgrown that a little bit. So we wanted to make sure that we had something that spanned, all ages, but also wasn't mutually exclusive. I can be, my age and still go play mini golf, or be a senior and still want to go play mini golf or go play the boardwalk games, or come into the beer garden. So we felt that these three, initial elements were things that helped broaden the appeal to a wide array of people.
Well, the BlueClaws have won 3 South Atlantic League championships. I happen to have a ring for each of them as the broadcast partner, and I hope early in your tenure we could add number 4. I know that's always the goal. Absolutely. On and off the field.
Absolutely. Nothing says success more like winning a championship. So it would be great to have that top out the year.
Joe, let me be another person to welcome you to Lakewood and hope to get to see you a lot.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Joe Ricciutti, the president and general manager of the Lakewood BlueClaws, a season-long of baseball with a lot of beautiful nights coming here at FirstEnergy Park. You can always check out BlueClaws.com for ticket information and much more. Kevin Williams from the Shore Sports Network, play ball.